Yo, what's going on, y'all? 805 Just here, the real Capri Sun, Mr. Cranberry Funk. I still have all my wisdom teeth. I have them right now at this age. Ventura, California is the place on my birth certificate. I am 805 made. Shout out to everybody in the 805, everybody in Ventura County, up and along the Central Coast here in California, everybody touching the Pacific Ocean here in the West. Let's just get right into it. Ciara. Or in the words of Jazzy Faye, Ciara Wilson, actually. Ciara Wilson, former singer, dancer, performer. Now, I forgot the term they use, but she's the wife of NFL quarterback Russell Wilson, who is now quarterback for the Giants. He's moved around a bit last couple of years. Giants. Went from the Steelers. Now he's with the New York Giants. Ciara was at, another BET Awards topic. I'm done after this, y'all. I promise. I believe I'm done after this. Ciara was at the BET Awards. Russell Wilson wasn't there, and I'm not surprised because they got all these camps going on right now. The NFL season is slowly approaching, but we're getting close to training camp. So for football fans out there and NFL fans, OTAs are happening. Mini camps, all that type of stuff, getting ready for the NFL season. So I'm sure Russell Wilson was not available, but Ciara was there. Ciara Wilson was there, and I think this was a part of the red carpet or the media that you do before going into the building, the arena or theater, wherever they had the BET Awards this year. And she approached a table or a radio. It looked like a radio interview was happening. DJ Self of Power 105 in New York. I believe he used to be the DJ on The Breakfast Club before DJ Envy, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but he's up there with The Breakfast Club and Angie Martinez and all that. Ciara stopped and basically jumped into an interview that DJ Self was already doing with Jim Jones and Chrissy. If you're familiar with Jim Jones, former Dipset, former Diplomats rapper, solo rapper now. He's had hits over the years. He, I think, was on like the first season of Love and Hip Hop, if I'm not mistaken. So he's done reality TV over the years as well. He's been on his fitness grind lately. The muscles. That's his new thing. His fitness and whatnot. And he's been with a woman by the name of Chrissy. I think her last name is Lampkin, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think it's Lampkin. I know her by Chrissy though. Most people know her by Chrissy. They've been together for years. I don't know if they have kids together or not, but they've been together for years, probably more than 15, maybe 20 years. Jim Jones and Chrissy, right? So they're sitting at a table being interviewed by DJ Self, and Ciara walks up and jumps in. And what does Ciara do? What does Ciara Wilson do? She jumps in and immediately starts pressing Jim Jones about marrying Chrissy. Like I said, like I prefaced the conversation with, Jim Jones and Chrissy have been together for over a decade for sure, right? But never been married, never had a wedding, nothing, just, I don't know if they have kids, but if so, they're just baby daddy and baby mama, right? And Ciara jumps in and starts to press Jim Jones about marrying Chrissy, saying, you need to marry this woman. She's a good woman. She deserves to be married. You deserve to be married. Y'all need to get married. Let's make it happen. Da-da-da-da. I'm shaking my head. If you're listening to this, if you're driving, if you're in traffic right now and can't see me, just imagine me shaking my head because that's what I'm doing. Why did Ciara do this? Why? I want to know why. I want to know what? First off, wrong approach. Second off, if you want to approach this, why do you want to approach this topic? Why do you want to influence Jim Jones in this way? Now, am I saying there's a problem with marriage? No, I'm married. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage is a beautiful thing. But you're a married woman going to an unmarried man, pressing him, saying, hey, you need to marry your girlfriend. You need to marry your baby mama. You need to do that. Da 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 da. Here's my thought process. Let me share my perspective on it. As a woman, wouldn't you think you should go to that woman and say, Chrissy, let's talk. Or, girl to girl, woman to woman. Do you want to be married? Have you expressed that you want to be married to Jim Jones? If you have and he doesn't want to get married, girl, what are you doing? Do you want to be married to somebody? Like, you approaching the man in the situation, and the woman is right there and it's her decision. I think we get it twisted, right? In modern times, or going back to whenever it first started, usually the man proposes to the woman, right? We can all agree. Usually the man proposes to the woman in this type of, situation. The woman chooses yes or no. It's the woman's choice. So if a woman is with a man, living with a man, involved with a man, and he has either not proposed or they are not married and it's been a long time, that woman is choosing to stay with that man and not be married. That woman is choosing to be in that relationship, or that woman is choosing to just be a baby mama. And that's that. Now, I'm not saying Chrissy's a baby mama, because I don't know if her and Jim have kids together or not. So I don't want to say that. But they've been together all these years, right? Chrissy has a brain. Chrissy is not a robot. If she wanted to be married to somebody and Jim is, standing 10 toes down on, no, I'm not going to be married, she could easily go find somebody to be married to. So you attacking Jim, you pressing Jim, saying you need to marry this woman, da 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 da. I'm sure in Jim's mind, he's like, bruh, this is our thing. This is what we do. We not getting married. We have an agreement, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm not saying that's right, because I believe in marriage. I think marriage is beautiful, right? In the right context and all that. But she directed her emotions, or she directed her, I don't even know, not advice, but just what she directed, whatever she believes the potential they have or wants them to do. She directed that at the wrong person at the wrong time. This is the, red carpet, or near the red carpet at the BET Awards. Cameras everywhere, cameras rolling, microphones are live and on and recording, and you go to the man in the relationship and say, hey, you need to marry this woman. And the whole time they could have an agreement, or the whole time that woman could know this man's never gonna marry me and I'm fine with that. But you going to the man, as a married woman, you going to the man in this other relationship to say you need to marry this woman. In my opinion, that's totally wrong. I see other people talking about it. Corey Holcomb made a statement about it, saying that, this is what it looks like when, kind of the wife runs the house. I think he was implying, I could be wrong, I think he was implying that, Ciara kind of runs the household when it comes to her and Russell Wilson. I don't know if that's facts or not. Who knows? I don't live in their house. I don't know them personally. But it's definitely not a good look. I wouldn't want my wife doing that, running around like, let's say, one of my homeboys, or, one of my guys I grew up with, he's been with his girl or his baby mama for years. My wife wouldn't go up to my guy friend and say, hey, you need to marry this woman. You're going to marry this. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. I would love to know what y'all think about this, because I have a feeling the comments are going to be split. I have a feeling that the opinions on this and the thoughts are going to be split. Some people will be on the side saying, she was right, you go girl, you did the right thing, blah, blah, blah. And then I think there's people who are going to be on my side and be like, yeah, that is kind of weird. Like, I'm not mad at Ciara. I'm not furious. I'm not upset with her. I'm just pointing out that was kind of crazy. Like, that was kind of random. Like, we don't know why you did that. Like, you shouldn't have did that. Like, you should have just went to your seat or just said hello. And then on the side, if y'all are really friends like that, if y'all are really, really buddy like that, man, talk to Chrissy and say, girl, if this man not gonna marry you, what's gonna happen? Like, are you gonna stay with him forever? Da da da. Or, girl, are you okay with not being married ever? Like, I think people forget, sometimes when you're married or just you live a different life or a certain lifestyle, you try to project that onto other people. And they may not want that, or they may be content and fine with where they're at in life. Chrissy could be content not being married. Matter of fact, she may not even want to be married. Everybody's wish is not to be married. Everybody's wish is not to live, the dream, as people say, and be married and have a house or, whatever your dream is. That could not be her reality. So for you to go impress her man, that'd be the same way a man going to press a woman about an issue like this. Like, the matchup is not correct. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying women can't speak. I'm not saying women don't have voices. I would never say that. I have a wife. I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? But the approach, the angle was off here. If my wife was to do this, if my daughter was to do this, I would say you wrong. You wrong for that. Like, I understand you may want to see your homegirl married. I understand you may hope that she gets married, but now you butting into her life and you're not even approaching her. You approaching her man. That's kind of out of bounds, in my opinion. That's kind of out of bounds. So I'd love to know what y'all think. I always love to know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all, those who comment. If it's here on YouTube, if it's on Twitter, if it's on Instagram, I just love, going back and forth and hearing what y'all think and, that type of thing. So, love to hear what y'all think and feel about this. As always, shout out to the subs, shout out to the subscribers, the supporters. I appreciate y'all the most. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's no pressure. Just know we have a good time here. We have a good time here. Good, clean, fun. You know what I'm saying? As always, I appreciate y'all, and peace.
The gigantic going out of business sale at Circuit City has reached the final days. Get total liquidation prices on absolutely everything. Like 25% off notebook and desktop computers. Take a whopping 30% off all plasma TVs, digital camcorders, and digital cameras, including SLR. Save 40% on CDs and DVDs, software, phones, faxes, shredders, and more. Get 50% off all furniture, phone accessories, and select mobile audio. Don't wait until it's over. Shop now during the final days of the Circuit City going out of business sale.